Marius has grown very impatient. I'm almost certain he'll use the poison for personal gain. It can't fall into his hands. I'll get it as far away from Marius as possible. You've saved numerous lives today. Marius, I'm onto your treachery. You won't get this poison. Thank you for entrusting the poison to me. I'll dispose of it safely.
If you set foot in Cyrodiil again, you're dead. Do you hear me, Rhea? Dead! What are you looking at? When Rhea's spell fades, she'll pay for this outrage.
Am I cursed to watch the world go on without me? Were my crimes that great? Once, 1,000 seasons ago. Less, more, I have lost track of time. How I long to sink into the soil, unremembered and unremembering. Yes, I remember. My only hatchling. I died atop a tower, thinking only of him. But I will never join him. Not now.
A visitor? To the prison? How unusual. Another visitor to White Rose Prison? This isn't exactly the main route. The Vice Cannons tracked one of the long-lost keystones to White Rose Prison. If we can recover it, this artifact would be a major boon to our war efforts. Unfortunately, the prisoners don't trust the Vice Cannons, which means they don't trust me. You're welcome to try. We need that keystone. Look for General Ritus, an old Imperial general they left here to rot. He's the prisoners' leader. Hopefully the prisoners will let you in. We need that keystone. Very little. The Imperials built it in the First Era. When they were pushed out of Shadowfen, they abandoned it. I'm not sure why the prisoners remained. Some say they're cursed. He had the reputation of being honorable, at least for an Imperial. I don't know what he did to get left here, but it must have been bad. The Empire abandoned a skilled general. Argonian artifacts of great power. Legend ties them to various ruins throughout Shadowfen. The Vice Cannons can't let them fall into the wrong hands.
Well? What brings you to White Rose, stranger? Did you take a wrong turn somewhere? Huh. The General doesn't get many visitors. Or any, really. You'll find him in a shack to the southwest. A word of advice. Don't stray into the western side of the prison. Not unless you want to get eaten. That's right. Some of the prisoners went feral. Animals, that's what they've turned into. Good hunting, though. Remember, General Ritus is in the shack to the southwest. Did you need something else? That's not something I care to talk about with an outsider. Why don't you ask General Ritus about it? Well, they don't pay me to worry about that sort of thing. Why don't you ask the Ferals? They might even answer, in between bites.
Well?
I don't have to explain something I never said.
What are you doing here? I have enough trouble without outsiders bringing more. The Vice Cannons expect our help? Where were the Vice Cannons when the Imperials left us to rot? We've been trapped here for years. Half the prisoners lost their minds and started eating the rest of us. Don't you think we tried? My Imperial brethren used the power of your precious keystone to bind us to this prison. If we leave, we die. No one bound to the keystone can even touch it. Let's make a deal. Ferals overran one of our camps. The survivors of that attack need patching up, but the medical supplies are still in the camp. If you can recover those supplies, one of my people will tell you where the keystone is. Very well. Get the medical supplies to Journey. She's holding the tower southwest of the camp against the Ferals. And remember, I'll hold you to our bargain. All of it. The longer we're trapped, the greater the chance we'll turn feral, or be eaten by them. It hasn't been easy. Argonian traders stop by sometimes, and we've been able to forge enough old Imperial supplies to muddle through. I refused to slaughter a village of Argonians. It wasn't a fair fight. They had no soldiers. I don't believe in pointless slaughter. My superiors thought otherwise. Some think it's the Keystone's influence. Using it to trap us must have had some effect. Others think the Feral were weak-minded and broke under the strain of our situation. Who knows?
Well?
It's been quite some time since I saw a new face. Why are you here? Haha, about time. If the General wants me to hold this tower, he needs to send me medical supplies more often. I bet there's more to this than meets the eye. What did General Rytus promise you in exchange for the supplies? There had to be something. And you agreed? He may not have mentioned the danger. The keystone is in the prison dungeon. I don't know exactly where. And I should warn you, the dungeon is crawling with cannibals. Sargon might be able to help you. He's in the dungeon, foraging for supplies. Here, let me put this ointment on you. It'll mask your scent from the Ferals, but not for long. Even dead, even in death, I feel trapped here. Part of my soul is tied to this prison. The Imperials brought my family here after they killed my husband.
My children, Nuzal and Zarukari, are somewhere in the dungeons. I need them with me before I can pass on. They're dead, too. Somewhere in here. The Imperials took them away from me. Please bury us beneath the tree just outside the cave entrance to the prison. Inter us in the open air, away from this dank place. Find them. Find their ashes. I'll never find peace until we're together once more. Families were always separated. Though kept apart, we sometimes managed to meet. When I despaired the most, thoughts of them kept me sane. In the end, they died deep within this place. Alone and afraid. Look in the cells. My memory fades, thanks Rendar. I remember fear, rage, and pain. And then relief.
By Satakal, you scared me. I've been dodging ferals for hours. I thought they had finally found me. Who are you? Journey is a good woman. May I live long enough to tell her so. If you're looking for the Belial Keystone, does that mean you're going to free us? It's probably in the prison warden's office. It'll be a long walk. The shorter paths up to it crumbled or collapsed long ago. There'll be a lot of ferals to deal with on the way up. I'll come with you if it means our release. Just don't expect me to fight. Friendly advice? If you have to shut an iron gate, keep your fingers away from the bars. From an old shirt. It always smelled like him. Mara bless him. I made that bracelet for Nuzal. My poor children and I deserve a better resting place.
me so far from my children.
Wait! Before you do anything with the keystone! We finally made it. I thought we were done for once or twice. Before you take the keystone, there's something you must know. There's some kind of link between the Belial keystone and prisoners going feral. If you don't use it to free us, if you just take the keystone away, the results will be disastrous. Over time, all the prisoners bound to the keystone lose their minds. They become feral. Please, don't leave us to that fate. The prison warden had a book about the keystones. They knew, and they still did this to us. There's a book on the prison warden's desk. That may be it. The ferals! They're coming! Freedom at last. General Ritus will want to thank you.
Together, finally, Srendar answered my prayers. I am. This was our favorite place in the prison. We'd meet in secret, dreaming of escape and our life beyond these walls. Once the guards found us and punished me severely. But those fleeting moments of peace were worth every lash.
What do you want?
I felt it. When you used the keystone to free us, it was like shackles fell from my neck. Yesterday, I thought I'd spend my remaining years trying to keep these people alive. Now I have options, and it's a good feeling. Thank you. You'll want to find the Gerent and let him know about the keystone.
Freedom. I felt my soul being released. Divines bless you.
Not my fault someone trod on it.
Do you have it? Did you find the keystone? You used it to release the prisoners? I hope they were worth it. The keystones may be our only hope for defeating the Dominion. Still, the Vice Canon sent word. I trust your decision will be best for Shadowfen.
You've returned. How long ago did we speak? Why have you come? My hatchling. Something about my hatchling. These ragged bits of bone? This is what became of me? Yes, that must be true. So strange to sit beside myself. I can feel the call of the swamps, the caress of the roots. I thank you.
Where could it be? Not so loud. You'll betray our position. I'm one of the Vice Canon scouts. I've been watching Dominion activity in Zook for days. Zook has been abandoned for years. The only one who lives there now is a crazy Kuthringi. The Dominion tied him up in the center of the village. They're searching for a magical relic called a keystone. If they find it, they could cause much havoc in Shadowfen. Maybe that Kuthringi could help us find it before the Dominion does. Could you infiltrate Zook and rescue him? Be careful with that Kuthringi. From what I've seen, he seems a bit unstable. That if he's really a Kuthringi, he'd be the last of his kind. Some say they were descended from the Nedic humans. They lived in Black Marsh as far back as records go. The Nahatan flu destroyed their culture. We thought they were all dead. They're relics that tap into Loriocel's power. Anyone who controls all the keystones and Loriocel itself would become nearly unstoppable. Obviously, it would be disastrous if the Dominion got them. Loriocel is an Ayleid ruin. We knew it protected a well of great magical power, but we never knew how to unlock it. Not until the Dominion started poking around for the keystones.
You there! Untie us!
We understand you would not recognize royalty when tied to a pillar. Therefore, we request you untie us. Perhaps. But we can think of nothing while our kingdom lies in ruins. We slowly comprehend what a boar must feel while trussed up and awaiting a feast. Follow us. Our castle is nearby. You've proven yourself worthy of becoming one of our subjects. What is your name? Then we conscript you into our service. We are King Drillick, your liege lord. We will entertain your petitions, should you have any. When our kingdom is secure and our dignity restored, the keystone will reveal itself. So says the prophecy. The first order of business is to create a new crown. We sense your reluctance, but nothing can be done without our crown. A canny one. We dare not question your honor when it fills you to the brim. It's true, we need no crown to be king, but how can we rule with our subjects in perilous danger? The invaders bind our subjects with foul magics. They hold Laram, Deathril, and Sarasay in our lowlands. When mages bind the helpless, they keep a scroll of release at hand. Find one of these scrolls and free our bound subjects. A good king listens to his people. We hear their pleas day and night. Even now they speak to us. We find it curious you cannot also hear their cries. The magic wielders spend their time conjuring spells and digging in the mud. As if binding our citizens wasn't enough, they also defile our land. Why, they're our people. Even if they weren't, we wouldn't suffer anyone to be treated that way. Not in our kingdom.
To know about the keystone. I told them nothing. They kept asking the same questions over and over.
Move!
Spread out!
Divines, bless you.
We no longer hear the wailing of our people. Have you freed them? Spirits? Nonsense! Come, we'll show you. Our subjects await a royal declaration at the castle tower. It's not every day you'll have the honor of escorting a king through his dominion. And you shall have it according to prophecy. The king in his tower declaims the keystone's hour. Have no fear. Your king shall be the vessel of your deliverance.
Ultimate Dominion!
Go around! We have returned. Rejoice, your king reclaims his kingdom. Long have invaders occupied our lands, but do not be afraid, for our royal army has a new captain. Come now, address the people, Captain. Why are you speaking to us? Address our citizens, Captain of the Royal Army. You don't wish to become Captain of the Royal Army? We apologize, but the only other position is Royal Consort. Though we seek to cause no offense, you simply don't intrigue us in that fashion.
What's happening?
Drullic, remember your duty.
The keystone. I remember it now. Forgive me. The Dominion's torture ripped my thoughts away from myself. I tried to tell you before, but it was like speaking with a mind full of sap. The keystone is sealed in the Temple of Sul. I'll do all I can to help you retrieve it. While my people still lived, we sealed the temple with a magic ward to keep angry spirits and undead from following us out. Say Betrix to the temple door to unseal it. It means open in my language. Oh, I used to speak so many languages, but I've forgotten most of them. There's much I can't remember. Go, I'll be fine. I just need some time to rest. This door is sealed. To open, the key is your tongue.
older ruins are surprisingly complex. Lizards never built these.
We found no evidence of a prior civilization.
At least the lizards are resilient. They'll serve us nicely.
What do you think of my new slaves?
Their skin will give your flesh sculptures great color and texture.
Indeed. My masterpiece will rival the wailing wheels of Vindicel.
The revolt will fail, slave. You are mere animals.
Alessia has shown us the way, elf. We are slaves no longer.
Another litter come to steal alien treasures?
Be gone from this temple. There is nothing for you here. The keystone was stolen, absorbed by a Kathringi named Drilling. The Nahatan flew killed the rest, but somehow he was immune. Did he send you here? Really? Then how did you break the ward on the temple? Drillick was the one who sealed me in here. You shall not leave this tomb alive.
This temple is sacred. You shall pay for your insolence.
Pay for your choices with your loot. Attack! The dormant keystone belongs to the...
You're back, but without the keystone. What happened? Absorbed? I don't know. I entered the temple and saw the keystone, and then nothing. Now that you've said it, I feel something. That must have been what kept me alive when the rest of my village died. Kothringi. Yes, I remember now. I am a Kothringi. A plague swept across the village. Sickness, death, corpses piled everywhere. Is that why I entered the temple? To find the keystone? No, I'm the last of the Kothringi. I should rejoin my people. There's a ritual to pass the keystone on to you, although it would mean my death. Let me give you the keystone. At least my survival will have meaning. I am prepared for this. My village and my family all died without purpose. I've lived long enough alone. I'm ready to join them. Let me pass the keystone to you. Your need is greater than mine. I have no fear of death, only death without purpose. When you absorb the keystone, a part of the Kothringi will live on as well. Thank you for helping me restore my sanity. Use this keystone well.
You've been gone for some time. How'd it go? Absorbed it? I'm not sure how I'll report that to the vice cannons, but you recovered it. That's all that matters.
Well met. I'm studying the ruins throughout Shadowfen. Should you find anything significant, please bring it to me. Very interesting. One can learn much from alien ruins. I must visit this place myself. A grand discovery. You did the right thing to bring these to Hismir. I will guard this treasure and keep it safe.
The guild has
Over
need
here,
of you,
Initiate.
comrade.
I once split an arrow in half with the following shot. My training partner broke my hand for that.
Those we meet.
Some dismiss the swamp. Me, I see it as a trove of ancient lore.